Okay guys, Central Florida Prepper here. I've got a little bit of news for you. Some of y'all might already be on top of this. This was released July 24, 2019. So I am running a couple of days late on this. I was following some other news. Okay, so there will be a National Emergency Alert System broadcast. It will be happening Wednesday, August 7th, 2019. I'm reading it off here, but I will be putting it off there for you. I will not be saying the organization name because I believe that had something to do with some of my videos being flagged, but I will pop it up here so you know exactly who I'm talking about that is performing this test. Alright, in coordination with Federal Communication Commission, will conduct a nationwide test of the emergency alert system on Wednesday, August 7th, 2019. The national test will be sent to radio and television stations beginning at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This test is being conducted through Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, IPAWS. This year, the test message will originate from designated radio stations known as primary entry point stations, which participate in the component of IPAWS called the National Public Warning System. Alright guys, so what is different about this alert to other alerts? This alert is being broadcast through normal radio and normal television. It will not be going over internet services like anything that uses cell phone towers, the internet for computers. The reason being is that they are trying to prepare for a possible cyber hack that would hinder such a broadcast being performed. Makes you wonder a lot with everything going on, especially with the grid right now. We are getting reports of planned power shutoff tests, repair, whatever you want to call it. They are intentionally shutting down power. Now this is not anything conspiratorial at all. This is actual news of them planning to shut off power in a certain area. They're testing things out, and supposedly in ways to harden the grid from EMP and cyber attacks. My thoughts on that? They're testing for something bigger. They know that the grid is very delicate and very vulnerable to attack. Are they trying to harden it? You know what? I would love to say that yes, they are. Sorry, plane. But I don't feel like they are. I think they're just running tests, and this is the whole conspiratorial part of this. Running tests so they can see what they can shut off, how long it takes to shut it down. So yeah, I don't think it's designed, and these tests are being implemented to better Americans. I believe it's a test on the system to see how they have the ability to shut things down if need be. So, just my thoughts on that. And yes, probably just paranoid on stuff because I don't trust a lot of things. I definitely don't trust what's coming out of officials' mouths and statements. But these are my thoughts. So anyway guys, just let y'all know the heads up that they will be doing a broadcast test. But I find it strange that it comes right on the heels of when they start shutting everything down, especially these planned power grids that they're shutting down for supposedly testing. Alright guys, y'all take care. This is not a long video, just some information for y'all to mull over. My suggestion to everybody, part of your preps, yes, I go on food preps, water preps. If you are in need of medical equipment that requires power, you really need to work on preparing ways to create your own power, whether it be solar, wind, motion with the little bike pedal machines that they've got out. Someone also mentioned that they could run their vehicle and just hook up a inverter and run things that way, which yes, it will work in a short term. If it's a EMP though, unless your vehicle has been safeguarded, there's odds are that vehicle's not going to be running. But you also run into an issue where if you run the vehicle and draw in power through an inverter to run things inside your home, eventually going to run out of fuel. Now if power goes out, so does our fuel supply. Okay, so yes, it is a great idea for short term. God. That was awesome. That's a don't touch me sound. Alright, so back to what I was just saying. Sorry, I got a little screwed up. I am still working on this light. I do not have another fluorescent bulb for that light available right now, so I'm just having to move things around. Hopefully it lights up enough in the background. But on top of running power, I'm not talking bad about that idea at all. It is a good short-term idea, but we try to plan for long-term. Okay, guys? But yes, that is a very good idea, especially in an emergency situation. But fuel will run out. Alright, and getting back to food and water. If a grid goes down, we do not have a well here. Alright, we are piped into city water. Now, when the power goes out, we lose water. Alright, there are a lot of homes set up just like this. So start putting back drinkable water. When the water shuts off, like down here, guys, it's so freaking hot. We have to have water to survive. It's just plain out and simple. So yeah, make sure you put some water back with your preps. I have done videos on preparing water. Easily done. You know, you can use many different types of containers as long as it is purified and you are able to, I mean, the containers are sanitized. You are able to keep these in optimal temperatures and away from sunlight. I have talked about tap water. Tap water has certain chemicals in it that, here we go, some say are harmful, some say it's okay. But anyway, there's certain things in tap water that keeps algae from growing. Alright, it is designed to keep the pipes and things like that in the systems to keep algae from clogging them up. So yeah, that does help. Sure, you can filter that water out as much as you want, but it's not bad. You can store tap water. I've been storing tap water for years. It's never bothered me. Now we do flush out our bottled water that we do tap every 4 to 6 months. Have I drinking water out of a 2-liter that I've stored water for over a year? Yes, and didn't have any problem. If you ever run into a taste where it tastes flat, more or less, even though water's not carbonated, all you have to do is re-oxygenize the water, and the easiest way to do that is you take 2 containers, fill them with water. All right, fill one with water, one empty. You pour it in, and then you pour it in, you pour it in, and it will oxygenate that water again, just like a fish tank does. Okay, the Waterfall for fish tanks, going through the filter, it is capturing oxygen and putting it back into the water system. It's the same process, and that is how you get rid of that old flat taste, if there is the correct word for it. Alright guys, so I am going to cut out of here. Please, again, start prepping, guys. You do not have to use my Amazon links, anything like that. All I want you to do is start prepping. If you can only afford to go to the dollar store and purchase items, which we buy things at the dollar store all the time. It is food items, it is water, it is non-food items, whatever. Start prepping materials now. You will need it in the future. So yeah, even if it's just $5 a week, that is $5 worth of supplies a week that has put you ahead of where you would have been, and it slowly starts building up. So even on a budget, you can make something happen. Alright guys, y'all take care. Make sure you click that like button for me, subscribe if you're just passing through, and I will speak to y'all later.